D.I RadioCast all in your ear hole in the Dutty Talk. This is your girl Africa Allah alongside
This your boy D.Yale,
Disappointed.
father, father in the making. Well, I am a father, but it's just I'm still learning at the age of 32 how to be a parent. Now, understanding a parent at the age of 18, trying to be a parent is I'm not understanding.
It's a growth process. It's like you have to grow. You have to have some type of maturity. You have to have some
That's
kind.
my point.
It's
Where,
not
where,
necessarily. It's not necessarily just physical maturity, but mentally you have to
okay,
be mature enough to deal with certain situations.
so
You have to be able to differentiate between potential problems and solutions.
So just like I was telling you with the previous story, don't you think that'll be an upcoming problem? You letting your 13-year-old child wear some stiletto pumps?
Yeah, I think that's
And this
flourish.
the problem. Okay, just like I was, what I'm saying, I got to retract some of my phrases that as kids. This was a mama, in her 40s, late 40s.
That makes me wonder what was her life about.
She didn't look like her life was about the streets, but you never can tell. Maybe she was just a chick looking for love and looking for nub in all the wrong place.
Looking for love, but
I don't know. I don't know her storyline. All I know is the storyline of what that child, that 13-year-old, might possibly
Well, you
be.
did say she was ditzy,
Yeah.
so I
So,
mean that already
okay.
explains it right there.
So it goes back to comprehension or
The,
common
the,
sense, intelligence. Just straight learn shit.
I mean, the most, and while I don't agree with this, I don't think that somebody should write a goddamn book to teach you how to be a parent. I
No.
don't think so. But there are people that need to read those self-help books.
Well, hell, if you don't have no idea, maybe so. But if you grew up in a household where
With a foundation, a
with a
solid
foundation,
foundation.
you should take those same principles that you were given. Maybe so. I take my principles.
I know,
And
it's just
But that don't mean come 13 and 14 that Devin and Tyron gonna listen to me, cause it's gonna be
it's the way you talk to a person. One is them being able to tell, because my father always said that the naked truth will show itself. So if you're a truthful person, if you're dumb honest, kids are gonna respect you and they're gonna listen to you because they respect your realism. People are gonna listen to you point blank because they respect how you come at situations. That's one of the things that we fail to realize. We are so fraudulent with our children.
well, they're spoiled brats. Really, don't want to tell them what's really going on in the world, and just give them whatever they want, and maybe they'll just shut the hell up so I
I'm
can
gonna
hit the
tell
streets.
you how it is. I'm gonna tell you how it is right off
Yeah.
the rip. Everybody got to work for self. You're going to develop skills that's gonna enhance your possibilities in life. All of these things are so insignificant right now as a child. When you grow up, and you know what? When I was younger, my mother used to say, "When I was a child, I thought as a child, and when I became a man, I put down my childish things." And she used to quote that all the time, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, there she go again." But as I got older and I started realizing the things that were important to me at 25 are no longer important to me at 30. Remix. The things that were important to me at 16 are no longer important. Were no longer important to me when I was 21.
Yeah, but
You
if you were
know,
given a certain foundation, you know what type of direction to go with handling a situation. If you were given if you was given that education,
I was given a foundation because my whole life, the beginning of my life, I was encouraged, more so forced, but encouraged
yeah, that
to
sounds like
read.
a good word.
I was forced to read every day, and reading helped me develop an understanding of putting ideas and concepts together and being able to figure out how the next situation was going to play out itself. And we take reading for granted because
We
we as society, American society particularly, because only 13% of the general population, the global population, is addicted to this thing called media. And it's 6.6 billion people in the world, and only 1.3
Where the hell do you
million.
get these stats from? Damn.
You know, I read.
Man, I be reading
I
sports
research
page.
because it's imperative. It's imperative to the growth of not only myself but to the company, to our product, to us as products, to know how many people that we
I'm gonna
can
be on
potentially.
stat sheets every day. You ain't gonna outstat me for real. 2008. It's on.
It's a stat
It's a
race.
stat race.
But no, seriously. And out of that, 70% of the North American population are on the internet all day. And whomever's not on the internet, they're stuck in front of a TV. I mean, I have a homegirl, and I love her to death. But every time I go to her house, this is my word. Her daughter is dumbfounded in front of the TV. She don't want to do nothing. And I'm like, yo,
Turn the TV
you
off.
saying you want to do this, you want to do that, but you're not showing me no hustle. How the hell am I supposed to support your vision if the only thing you seeing is television, telling lies to your vision? Because you think
that's what's going. That's what's raising a child now. Then
you think that because you seeing them doing that they just woke up and did it. No, you got to put work in. You got to know how to hustle. And if you're not turning off the TV and saying, "Shut your mouth, don't watch nothing, let's talk about everything," then it's not going down. And that's why D.I RadioCast is introducing Don't Watch Nothin. You like that, right? Don't Watch Nothin. The new teen program on D.I RadioCast, because we're giving the teens an opportunity to turn the TVs off, close the blinds, tune into the internet, and listen, have a conversation, and talk about issues that concern them. The do's and don'ts of being a teen.
You have just opened my eyes. Anyway, but it's a good concept, I guess, because maybe if people who's listening to D.I RadioCast
Tell
will
your
have
children.
kids listening to Don't Watch Nothin, and they might listen and say, oh, so maybe that's what my daughter or my son's thinking about, which they never told me. Damn, why they never told me? Well, hell, you think you right all the time. Maybe if you would have listened to them, maybe they would.
Well, you know how all of
this
this derived, right? After we took in the young lady, it dawned on me that there's a lot of things that she can't verbalize with us because we're older, and she may feel as if we're passing judgment because to us it may look bad. So if you get a group of teenagers that are going through similar things and they have an opportunity to have a conversation, and what it was is I overheard situations.
Yeah.
You know, they trying to whisper on the phone and shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
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 You overhear conversations and you're like, what? Maybe instead of asking your 13-year-old friend or your 14-year-old friend what you should do, maybe you should air it out and let other people who are more experienced in the world give you some kind of feedback, give you some type of direction, let you know that they too are going through that situation. Because when we were younger, we had rap, and we had rap that spoke to our souls. We had music that told us that basically were people that were going through the same things that we were going through. Now, the music of today does not reflect the situations that
we can relate to.
That we can relate to.
They talk about what they got,
you know,
when we trying to worry about what we don't have.
So maybe, just maybe, now the young people can have a sound all for themselves. You're funny. No, we're affiliating the world, and by doing that, we have to start looking at the next generation that's coming to take over. Because if we don't start molding our children now, we're gonna have problems. So take time to listen, and for all of the kids that sneak off to the back and listen to D.I RadioCast, we got something for you. Don't watch nothing. Tune in to D.I RadioCast and get it all in your ear hole. Don't Watch Nothing, Lady B, DJ C Chaos. I'm